Hello guys, welcome to the Editor Forum. My name is Vivian. I'm your 2019-2020 District Editor.
Hi, I'm Sharlene Garcia. I'm your Lieutenant Governor for Division 39 South.
Hi, my name's Katelyn Tran. I am the club editor of Garland High School.
Okay, so first let's start with our basic editor duties. So the first thing we want to make sure you do as an editor is to submit monthly assignments. These include newsletters, articles, photos, letters to the editor, and riddle of the month. We're going to go over those more in depth in a little bit. Other responsibilities include facilitating communication between officers and sponsors. That means making sure everyone is on the same page and up to date across the board. And also keeping your club informed about district and international activities. So you want to keep updated with everything that's going on in the district so that you can help inform your board.
Okay, so here's a breakdown of all of the monthly assignments. So for newsletter, it's graded for a maximum of 21 points, and there are 5 categories worth 4 points each. So you have email format and submission, graphic standards, content, promotion, and contacts, 20 points plus 1 visual appeal. For articles, there are a maximum of 10 points each for a maximum of 5 articles per submission. Each article can receive a score of up to 5 points, and a total score is divided by 2.5 for a maximum of 2 points per article. For the HODO, the maximum amount of points you can get is 2. The Humans of Texas, Oklahoma is a special article about how Key Club has changed you as a person. It's graded the same as articles in regards to the point system.
So for more of your monthly assignments, you can have photos, which is a maximum of 3 points, and the maximum submission is going to be 10 photos. The first 10 pictures will be graded by the following categories: your email format, your content, and your submission. This assignment is really important because you could be featured in the Texo Key. The letter to the editors is in a question, comment, or concern under the correct email subject line. School Division Month letter to the editor to earn these points. And also you can finally have a riddle of the month, which is basically if you read the Texo Key, you can answer the riddle of the month. And since the Texo Key comes out every 2 months, your answer will be the same for every 2 months.
All right, so there are 2 different ways you can submit your newsletter. One is attach a PDF file to the email you're sending to the editor, or 2, attach a link to your issue publication. Issue is a platform where you can publish your newsletters, and I really like using it because you can utilize a 2-page spread, which I think is really nice. But if you don't know what it is, then don't worry about it and just attach a PDF. Make sure you use either one of these methods to attach your newsletter to make sure that the district editor can read your newsletter.
So how to format your article in HODO. The formatting is pretty similar, so both of them require a heading. So the first line would be the first and last name of the author of the article. Second line is the division, and the third line is your school name. For the article, you can get a little creative with the title, anything clever, or just anything associated with the content. But for the HODO, however, it's strictly limited to just HOTO. Each article or HODO must include a JPEG image and must be submitted as a Word document.
So for photo submissions, your photo should include 4 subjects, 4 or less people, photo credit, and a caption. You can submit as many as you want. All must be in a 1 Word document in a JPG file only.
Okay, so this is the standard email header format for submissions. It reads school, division, month, assignment. On the screen, we have a picture of like an example that your school might look like. So John Adams High School, Division 7W, April articles. Make sure you have every element in that email header so that your school is easily identifiable and you get the credit that you deserve.
For the due date of all your submissions, they're always due on the 5th at 11:59 each month unless the 5th falls on a holiday or Sunday, then it is due the 6th. To clarify, for example, if you were submitting content for the month of April, it would actually be due May 5th. And so the same thing, if you had May content, they'd be due June 5th at 11:59. So it's kind of like the month after.
So for the official brand guide colors, you only are required to have, not required, but you're essentially supposed to have at least 3 colors from the brand guide in your newsletter in order to fulfill the graphic standards section of the rubric. To implement these colors into your newsletter, copy and paste the hex code into the color code box of the software you're making the newsletter with.
So here are the official brand guide fonts. The top line in gray is the official fonts on the brand guide, whereas the ones below it in colored are dupes that you can use in case your software does not offer the official fonts. Now, Canva does not offer any of them, so it's great to use these dupes, and it's completely acceptable because Key Club International has made the cheat sheet for this. So if you use a software that doesn't have the official fonts, feel free to use any of the ones in the color.
Now, to create your newsletter with all the information that we gave you, where do you begin? So we have broken down the process into 6 simple steps. So step 1 is to review the newsletter rubric, check the editor resources on tokeyclub.com, find an editing software. The most common ones are Canva, Microsoft Publisher, and Google Slides. Canva and Google Slides are the ones that are free. So step 3, hit the requirements. Add all the necessary content first, referring to the rubric as you do. Step 4, following the brand guide. Make sure you have the right fonts and colors. All of this information about the brand guide can be found under editor resources as well on the official website. Step 5, aesthetic additions. Add fun elements or photos for the bonus point. And finally, step 6, proofread and submit. Read through the newsletter and check off the rubric as you go, then download and submit.
Featuring is our service projects, which is a thirst project. You can participate and feature this in your monthly newsletter. Followed by that, we other have major emphasis promotions, which is UNICEF, March of Dimes, and the Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Okay, so here's how you find some resources. On the official Texas-Oklahoma Key Club website, tokeyclub.com, there is, if you click on resources and then click editor resources, you'll be able to find all of the rubrics, which is the district editor uses to grade all the assignments, the brand guide cheat sheet I was talking about earlier from Key Club International, some graphics resources made by your tech producer that you can add to your newsletter, and just a final note, always make sure that you contact the district editor or your LTG or anybody you know that can help you, because it's super important to maintain that type of communication.
Want more help? Here are some tips. When it comes to photo submissions for your articles, Hodo, and the photo submissions as a whole, they require photos, and you can even include them in your newsletter. So you want to make sure that your photos are high quality, they're not blurry, and you can clearly see what your subjects are doing. Higher quality pictures make your submissions more appealing for Texo key features. So if the district editor is looking through all the photos and there's a really good photo from one of your school submissions, then the district editor can include them in the bi-monthly district newsletter. And active photos are always better than passive photos. So what that means is you want your subjects to be in action. You want to capture them while doing service, not just standing and smiling for a picture, but actually watching them, in action, like a candid picture.
For more additional tips you can follow, you have to manage your time wisely. You do not need to submit everything at once, but if you spread it out through time, your workflow will be more consistent and there's not a lot, and you won't be overwhelmed. 2, you can always ask questions. Feel free to do so. 3, take advantage of reminders. You can join the district remind by texting to edit to 81010, and there's always going to be trainings which you can attend. They'll occur a couple times a year. And then the last one, always submit your assignments. 2 or 3 points is better than none.
Okay, so the Texo Key is a district publication made by the district editor, and it comes out every 2 months. It's really important to read because it contains updates from district staff, contacts, summation of recent events, service project ideas, and assignment features. So what that means is sometimes the district editor will include articles and photos from clubs, and it's a great chance for your club to be featured and gain some additional points. It also has the latest announcements from the district board. So if you're your club editor, you want to make sure that you keep up to date with those so you can inform your club. It also contains the riddle of the month, which you can also gain some points by.
So now here are the editor-related awards. So there are 3 awards relating to the editor duties. There's Outstanding Editor, Texo Key Reporting, and Club Newsletter. For Outstanding Newsletter, the criteria are Outstanding Newsletter, which is one of the newsletters you have submitted to the district editor throughout the year and you submit it. Most likely it would be your highest graded newsletter. Correspondence, meeting attendance, club service hours, explanation, references, all for a maximum of 100 points. If you are a newly elected editor for the upcoming administrative year, you should keep in mind about your duties throughout the year so you could potentially register to win this award. Texo Key Reporting. Any club who has submitted photos, articles, etc. to the district editor throughout the year is eligible for this award. No entry form is needed to be completed to enter. A club must submit articles and photos to the district editor throughout the year. Club Newsletter. Each newsletter submitted for this award must be a newsletter sent to the district editor each month of the current Key Club administrative year. A Google folder containing all applicable newsletters must be titled Club, Editor Name, School Name, Division, and shared with the district editor no later than 2 weeks prior. Registrants must all register the contest through the convention registration process.
Okay, so here is our contact information in case you have any questions. All of our emails are listed above. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to contact us if you have any questions. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.